Listen, you guys, sweet baby angels and pumpkin heads, it's your girl, Miss Tetra Rosenstone. We are diving into it. Now, the war has popped all the way off. The internet set ablaze. And, listen, we're going to talk a little bit about it. Now, Ethan from H3H3 has a huge, long-ass 46-minute, almost 50-minute video exposing the shit out of Keemstar and his problematic past. Now, this video, of course, went over well, I think, with his viewership. I think it also did fine with people who don't know who Keemstar is. But to Keemstar and the Keemstar fandom, they are not having it. They have gone out of their way to now dig up every little thing Ethan has done and has said. And Keemstar is just adding that fuel to that Twitter dumpster fire. You can see there are tons of tweets Keemstar is retweeting that are calling for an uprise to cancel the sponsors who support Ethan and H3H3. Now, we're going to get into the whole canceling of sponsorships a little bit later on in this video. But before we do, I want to ask a first question. Are you guys at this point, I don't know if you've seen, now there are Ethan's video, and then we've got Keem's video, and then we have Ethan's response video at the time of recording this. Are you, for now, Team Keem or Team Ethan? I want to know in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. But back to the video. So listen, you guys. The shit hits the fan. The drama goes crazy. And I want to let Ethan explain himself about attacking creators and attacking sponsors. And I'm going to come back with my commentary.
Let me address this head on. I am not someone that supports going after somebody's sponsors to try to cancel them for something bad they've said. G Fuel is as much a part of Keemstar's identity as his beard. He has it on his head in every video. He's got it on the desk in every video. It's very much a part of his identity. How am I supposed to criticize Keemstar and not address the fact that G Fuel is on his desk at every time? In the hurricane of destruction, there's always G Fuel sitting there on his desk.
Now, I can say the same thing for Ethan and H3H3 podcasts. If you look at any of H3H3 podcasts, they're all wearing Teddy Fresh. And so when you say that you're only criticizing Keemstar's sponsors because he has them in all of his videos and all of his content, then you open the door for people to criticize and call to cancel Teddy Fresh. So that doesn't really jive with me. I don't really support that idea. I'm not a fan for canceling sponsorships. I don't think that that's, you're messing with someone's bag. Let the viewer, let the audience decide if they want to purchase those things, and let the sponsors decide if they want to sponsor them. Now, that being said, later on in this video, you will see that Ethan is not the first person who has attacked people's sponsors. In fact, Keemstar is a person who has attacked people's sponsors.
Many of these teams are big, they have lots of sponsors, and at the same time, they're being racist, homophobic, and trying to convince other children to kill themselves.
You went after my sponsors!
And they are sponsored by Elgato, Loot Crate, Scuff Controllers, and CyberPower PC.
It's an absolute first for YouTube.
Why are these sponsors sponsoring such a team?
You went after my sponsors!
There are many small teams out there that do not act this way that I think are more worthy of these sponsorships.
Now, I'm going to just assume, I'm going to give Keemstar the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to assume that he may have forgotten that he has tried to get others' sponsorships canceled. Let's just assume, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Because listen, when you're on the internet and you say things and you're talking and you make tons of content and you're tweeting and you're posting, and it can be hard to remember everything that you do online. And so let's just give him the benefit of the doubt that there was a lapse in judgment and he forgot that he did the exact same thing that H3H3 kind of did. That being said, you see a lot of Keemstar's followers trying to cancel Teddy Fresh, because Teddy Fresh, of course, it's the same thing. When you look at H3H3, they're always in Teddy Fresh attire, and they're in, different retailers and stuff. And so there's a lot of tweets going around trying to cancel not just the Old Spice and those other sponsorships, but also the the clothing brand, the Teddy Fresh brand. It's a very slippery slope. I don't think that people should be canceling each other's sponsors. I don't. I think that sucks. I think that that's horrible because you really shouldn't be trying to fuck with someone's bag, especially when it's two fucking millionaires who have their bags straight. You've got young, upcoming creators who are trying to make it, and this just only makes it seem like, well, I don't want to take a risk on someone who hasn't proven themselves. And so you're really preventing other younger content creators to have opportunities with major brands, because if these two major players in the YouTube sphere and the commentary sphere can't even keep their shit together, and they use their audiences as weapons, how am I going to know that these younger up-and-coming creators aren't going to do the same thing? So I don't support that. I think Ethan is dead wrong. I think Keemstar is dead wrong. Whether who did it first, you're both wrong. You should have never, ever tried to come and stand in the way of somebody's bag. What you need to do is expose the tea, expose the drama, expose the whatever it is, and let the viewer and let the sponsor decide if they're going to continue to have that sponsorship or if they're going to go ahead and drop that sponsorship. And if the person, as far as the viewer, the audience, is going to purchase from that person. You need to give them the freedom to do that, because you're really standing in the way in the up and coming content creators. And I think that's unfair. I think it's selfish. And I think you both fucked up on that. Now, that being said, there is something that really positive came out of H3H3's video. Now, Keemstar accused Tony, a content creator, a streamer, of being a pedophile. Now, of course, he was not a pedophile. He was not the person. And that false accusation followed him to this day. And because of that false allegation, it really damaged him. It really damaged his character, and it really damaged his brand. And, it really it wasn't a good thing. That's probably the worst thing you can call someone, is a predator. And so for Keemstar to falsely accuse them and then do very minimum, yes, he apologized. Yes, he said not to, go send him hate. But, he basically says to go fuck off. Like, don't blame me for all the hate that you get. When, how else? The hate that he's getting is you're a pedophile. Who was the only person that called him a pedophile? Keemstar. So how can he not say, don't blame me? Bro, 100% it is your fault. And you have to own that. And instead to get mad and lash out and try to sweep it under the rug, that's really fucked up on you. But the good thing is, because of H3H3's video, Ethan's audience have now been sending Tony so much love. Take a look.
The nuke has made full impact, and they say the fallout is even deadlier. The good news from our content nuke is that Tony, the guy Keemstar accused of being a child predator, was showered with love and support from our fans, which I have to say is in stark contrast from the attention that Keemstar sent him. So I thank you guys all for showing Tony love.
I can't believe the unbelievable, fantastic day I just had. I mean, this gentleman named Ethan, who is H3H3, made a video and sent more love to me and my family than you can possibly imagine.
Now,
that's just about it on the Keemstar and the H3H3 battle royale of the internet sponsor cancellation. Let me know who you guys are rooting for. Now, moving on to my boy T Trigger. Now listen, Trig done posted a video that had his sights set on all of our T gonads. Bitch, I was tingling. I was living for it. The bombs or torpedoes, things were dropping. I was shook to my core when I tell you I found pieces of drama that pertain to Jeffreestar that I had no fucking idea. Please go check this video out. And you probably already know, but your girl was blind. She was deaf, dumb, and stupid, did not know. Which brings me to the next point. MannyMUA is selling his products, you guys, over in the Morphe store, which I was kind of like, didn't Jeffreestar own a piece of the Morphe store?
Please. Yeah, my mold good?
I don't know, check on. I think it's good. So what in the mold? Does you open the store?
Yeah, so it's called Morphe Brushes. So it's like a company that I invested in. I have my own brand in the store. Kind of like a Sephora, but like better.
Now, this is what really had me pondering, right? Because I was like, Jeffrey went out of his way to destroy Morphe affiliates, right? He really went on really hard on MannyMUA. He really went hard on James Charles. But here's the thing. I don't know the investments, I am not his lawyer, honey. I don't have the ins, the outs. I don't got the paperwork. Fact of the matter is. So I don't know if his partnership with Morphe is exclusive to the Jeffreestar Cosmetics products and he gets paid a percentage of only his JSC products, or is he getting paid on all of Morphe's sales, which would include pieces of MannyMUA and other brands and other affiliates who sell underneath Morphe. Now, I do think it's interesting. One thing that I want to say that I kind of picked out on, if he did destroy James Charles and he did destroy MannyMUA and he did destroy all these affiliate codes, it's only saving the company money, which the company is now part of him. Because now you ain't paying for these kids, you know, to pump out your shit, because you're going to be using your own code.
Me, Jeffrey Lynn always has a few things up her sleeves.
Which, that's why I wonder if the reason you chose to cancel these fuckers is because you want to save some more coins for yourself, honey. Now, of course, Jeffreestar does have a code with Morphe, and his funds are alleged to go to a charity.
Yes, baby. Now, you guys, you can use code JSTAR at checkout on Morphe's website or at any of their store locations and get 10% off your entire order, of course, for any Morphe products, including this entire collab. Oh my God. You guys know I do a lot of charity work and a lot of stuff like that, so I really want to use this for that. There are so many organizations that me and Nathan have been working with, and so has my personal brand, whether it's with foster care, mothers in need, or shelters. So, girl, we gotta use our money for good use, and I really appreciate all the requests, you guys. Morphe's like, bitch, can we get a code? I always said no. I never want people to think that I am biased, but girl, Jeffreestar Cosmetics is in every Morphe store. You guys know I love their brand. So, hi JSTAR at checkout. How are you?
You open the store?
Yeah, so it's called Morphe Brushes. So it's like a company that I invested in.
That is going to be just about it on today's video, you guys. Now, before we go, I am curious. I want to know, are you Team Keem? Are you Team Ethan? Or are you I don't give a rat's ass? Also, I do want to put a disclaimer. I really don't think Jeffreestar is pressed on who Morphe affiliates with. I think he has enough money that honestly, even if he did destroy a Morphe affiliate and it did possibly put a small dent, which I don't think it would, but let's say it did put a small dent in the bottom dollar, the bottom line for Morphe, thus putting a dent in his bottom line as an investor in Morphe. I think Jeffrey sees more value in seeing that person destroyed than that small dent of money that they could have had. So that's my legit conspiracy. That's what I think. That's how I feel. Let me know what you guys think and how you feel. I hope you enjoyed this drama recap for the week. I will see you in my next video. As always, take care. Bye-bye.